The Nobel Peace Prize is an esteemed recognition of peace efforts, yet its history is a tapestry woven with dark threads, revealing the stark consequences of questionable decisions. The dark and paradoxical history of the Nobel Peace Prize cannot be overlooked, for it is intrinsically intertwined with the inventor of dynamite, Alfred Nobel. Nobel's legacy, marred with the destructive power of his creation, casts a grim shadow over this prestigious award. Nobel himself, dubbed the Merchant of Death, grappled with his moral responsibility for the widespread carnage facilitated by his invention. The first Nobel Peace Prize, awarded 5 years after Nobel's passing, served as an attempt to clean his tarnished name. It is an irony that an inventor who had brought about so much destruction in his lifetime sought to redeem himself by creating an award which really didn't mean anything. If you think the dark side of this award is just its creator, think again, because the winners of this award are even worse. One such controversial recipient is Henry Kissinger, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 alongside Le Duc. Wow, what a name. Though for their efforts in negotiating a ceasefire during the Vietnam War, here are some points highlighting the dark side of Kissinger's Nobel Peace Prize. Cambodia. Kissinger played a significant role in the secret bombing in Cambodia during the Vietnam War. The bombings, which were conducted without the knowledge or consent of the Congress, led to the deaths of thousands of Cambodian civilians. The impact on the country's stability and the loss of innocent lives is a stain on Kissinger's legacy. Africa. During Kissinger's tenure as National Security Advisor and the Secretary of State, the US supported regimes in Africa that were involved in human rights abuses and conflicts. For instance, in Angola, the US supported anti-communist factions, contributing to a long and devastating civil war that resulted in significant loss of life and suffering for the Angolan people. Vietnam. Kissinger's involvement in the Vietnam War, especially his role in the secret bombing campaigns, resulted in the deaths of numerous civilians. The carpet bombing of Cambodia destabilized the region, contributing to the rise of the Khmer Rouge, a regime responsible for one of the most brutal genocides in history. Afghanistan. Kissinger's attitude towards human life is further evidenced by his statements regarding Afghanistan. In a leaked conversation, he allegedly advocated for assaulting the conflict in Afghanistan, not to achieve any strategic goals, but merely to, quote, humiliate the Afghan people. Millions of dollars of US taxpayers' money being used just to humiliate the Afghans. The committee's decision to award Kissinger the Peace Prize remains controversial, as it seems to have overlooked the dark aspects of his policies and actions. Critics argue that it raises questions about the criteria. Henry is 100 years old now, but has still failed to condemn his actions, much like Aung San. By the way, if you like the video so far, consider subscribing, and if you like the editing, just know that I do provide editing services, link down below. Anyways, back to the video. Aung San Suu Kyi was born on June 19, 1945. She came into Myanmar office in 2012 and was a symbol of hope in a web of darkness. Born into privilege and promise, her early years seemed to foreshadow a future of academia and comfort, but the forces of history would alter her destiny. Returning to Myanmar in 1988, Aung San confronted a nation gripped by a ruthless military regime. Her fierce advocacy for democracy and human rights propelled her into international fame and earned her the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991. She was celebrated as a beacon of hope, the embodiment of a good person. However, her transformation took a nightmarish turn, as her role in the Rohingya crisis unleashed unspeakable horrors. accusations of ethnic cleansing and genocide.
Ethnic violence that has targeted Burma's Muslim community. What is your view of what's been happening there? Some people are calling it ethnic cleansing.
No, it's not ethnic cleansing. It's
cast a dark pull over her once shining image. Countless innocent lives were lost, their suffering etched in the annals of human tragedy. And Aung, well, she isn't ready to condemn her actions. Barack Obama, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009, has also been a controversial laureate for several reasons. Here are some points highlighting why he shouldn't have been given the award. Lack of tangible achievements. One of the primary reasons for the controversy surrounding Obama's Nobel Peace Prize is the lack of significant and tangible achievements in the realm of peace and diplomacy at the time of the award. The Nobel Committee typically awards individuals or organizations for concrete actions that have resulted in peace or significant progress towards it. However, when Obama received the award, he had only been in office for less than 9 months, and the committee finalizes the nominees earlier in the year, which means he had been the president for less than 12 days when he was nominated.